It's your boy. I'm back. You see me. You see the books. Like, listen, we finna get to the point. I gotta read this for y'all real quick. So we talking about Ruth, and he was showing me something, and it makes sense. I gotta read. I'm in chapter 2, verse 1. And Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. What is purpose with this? And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi, "Let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace." And she said unto her, "Go, my daughter." And she went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And her hat was too light on the part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was kindred of Elimelech. So let me go back a little bit. I want you to understand what she said. So you'll hear a lot of people talking about if it's God's will. I want you to pay attention to what she said. She said, "Let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace." See, this is the thing about it. It is. We always talk about if it's God's will, if it's God's will, that. But the thing what we don't recognize, it's already his will. Ruth went out with purpose. Ruth started walking in her purpose. She didn't say, well, if this his field, because think about this. She gleaning corn. Just imagine how many fields is out there. It probably was corn for miles. We don't know who field. It might have been Bam. This could have been Sean corn. This could have been Chris corn. This Boaz corn. This Tone corn. But she went with a purpose. Her thing was when she told her when she was coming back, she said, "Nothing shall separate us but death." She said, "Your God shall be my God." When he heard that, let me explain this down in Machada if you understand. So when God heard it, he said, "Your God will be mine." He said, "So you willing to come to me? After everything happened, you gonna leave everything what everybody said alone and walk with me?" And she was like, "Yes." He said, "Okay." He said, "Then believe that I'll do it." So when she went out intentional. This is the thing. We're asking God for stuff, but we keep incorporate them two letters. If. That ain't got nothing to do with God. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I just want y'all to understand. Like, I done hollered at Jesus. He hollered back. And he's like, that ain't got to do with me. He said, thine will be done. Period. He didn't say if thine will be done. He said, thine will be done. So his will being done when you're moving in the path that he has you on. But you got to walk in it with confidence. You can't be lacking in lackadaisical tomorrow. Well, I prayed for this, but thank you, Lord. This is listen. Oh my goodness, this is so. These are probably 85% of Christians, 87% of Christians right now. Shoot, Lord willing, I get a better job. Go look for the job and trust He's gonna give it to you. I know a gentleman personally. He's praised every time he prays for a job, he gets the jobs he asks for. The problem is he's not respecting what God gives him. Hold on, somebody, y'all weren't ready for that. When Ruth went out, she went out with a purpose, and she respected because she knew what God would give her if she go out with a purpose and intent. When you go and ask for God for something and you intentional about it, He's going to give it to you. He's going to bless you with it. Yet, He only going to give you what you can handle at that time. So if you're looking for a raise or you're for elevation in your job, He's going to bring you up a little bit, but He got to make sure you can handle and cover what you're doing in the first place. Well, tell somebody, when you're walking in purpose and you're walking in intent, He's going to do it because it is His will. It's always been His will. You wouldn't have woke up this morning if it wasn't His will. You wouldn't be able to see if it wasn't His will. You wouldn't be walking and running and all the other stuff y'all be doing if it wasn't His will. So quit saying if, all right? Take the if out your conversation and be like Ruth. Walk and know that it's done. Because she said, I shall. That means you're going with intent. So I want you to think about it always. Let that sink in. It's your boy. Peace.